Very soon we will all see the building of the third temple in Jerusalem.
The table of showbread is ready. The menorah is ready. All of the golden pieces are ready. The third temple is ready.
Just recently, the Sanhedrin, a Jewish religious authority, has called all Jews around the world to return to the Holy Land, and they should be ready to build the third temple.
It is finally happening, guys. Jerusalem has officially announced that they are building the third Solomon temple. If this happens, the prophecy of the second coming of Jesus has now officially begun. Now, this update was given to us by Israel Heritage Foundation, where they basically run all the religious operations. And now they've announced something so big that the entire world is now terrified to see what's going to be happening next.
That very soon we will all see the building of the third temple in Jerusalem.
The table of showbread is ready.
Oh
the
my
menorah
God.
is ready. All of the golden pieces are ready. The third temple is ready.
Our job to bring and to build the third temple.
They're also planning to slaughter 5 red cows. That paves the way for the building of the third temple, replacing the Dome of the Rock.
The red heifers imported from Texas in 2022 are now 3 years old, which means they are ready for a purification ritual according to the Torah. This makes them eligible for the ceremony needed for the third temple preparation. But why the Jews are very silent about it? Well, actually, they're not silent. The leak information from the Temple Institute officials. The red heifer ceremony will take place in the Passover holiday 2025.
So it's going to happen in holiday of 2025. Before we head further and learn about the third temple, for those of you who don't know about the red heifers, and according to the scriptures from the Torah, Bible, as well as Quran, and also the Jewish culture, it is already prophesied 5 red heifers will be sacrificed before building the third Solomon temple. And before this happens, God already, they have to say further on.
Just recently, the Sanhedrin, a Jewish religious authority, has called all Jews around the world to return to the Holy Land, and they should be ready to build the third temple.
And we have asked him that all Jews around the world have an obligation, I feel right now, to do whatever is in their power to come to Eretz Israel, and that is the mitzvah of the Torah, and that is...
So it seems like they're giving time for all the Israelis around the world so that they're informing them in advance so that no matter what kind of situation you're going through in the world, they are supposed to be present for this event that's going to be taking place all around the world. So they are supposed to travel back to Israel, to Jerusalem, in order to witness one of the most important prophecies that is now taking place in order to, you can also say, as activate this thing.
Actually begun months ago in secret.
So that's the thing, right? Israel never really told us about this information, but it seems like they've already started building this stuff in a very secretive way, because obviously it's going to be very controversial if they kind of reveal this information. There's going to be like massive outscale war, and obviously I think that's probably why there was like Israel war that took place right now as well. And that's also part of the prophecies, right? The prophecy has already been fulfilled. Israel already destroyed Gaza. They took over everything, and they are now in control of the mountaintop where Al-Aqsa Mosque is present, as well as the Jerusalem is present. So in order to build this temple, what's interesting is that they need to destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and that's not going to be favored by most of the Arabs as well as most of the Muslims around the world, because this eventually means that they will have to break the Mosque of Muhammad, and that's not something the Muslims are going to take lightly, and this is definitely going to be causing like a major outscale war as well, and this could eventually start a full-scale World War III as well. So this is of course a major possibility if they start building the third temple after destroying the Al-Aqsa, but then it seems like they're doing it in a very secretive way, so we don't know how things are going to work out. But as of now, they don't have a very good relationship with the Arabs, and that's something that
But they did not expose it on the internet. They have learned that since they brought 5 red heifer to the Holy Land, they have captured the attention of Muslim not only in Palestine and Middle East, but also around the world.
That's true. A lot of Muslims are keeping an eye out because they might end up destroying the Al-Aqsa Mosque anytime. And the leader that's going to be supporting Israel in order to build this third temple is going to be controlled by the Antichrist, or he could be the Antichrist himself. And he's just going to play this role of being a best friend with Israel. And after they've completed the construction of the third temple, that's when he's going to come to power. And then there's going to be a new world order where the entire world is going to bow down to this one leader. And apparently there is not going to be any government left. There's not going to be any countries that are split up. It's just going to be like one government and then one leader. And this one guy, he is going going to reveal himself as the Antichrist, and he's going to call himself as the God. He's going to sit on the throne inside the third Solomon temple, and that's what the prophecy says. Now, the interesting part is that Zionist Jews have already confirmed that they are going to be starting up the third temple's construction very soon in the holidays of 2025, and this is apparently the red heifers that they're going to be sacrificing. This is like the baby pigs of the red heifers, and it seems like Trump has always been strongly believing that this whole thing is going to eventually happen, and in 2025 it's happening. And trust me guys, Revelation is not something that's supposed to be taken lightly. If you haven't read your Bible, now is the time. You should at least go ahead and read the chapter of Revelation and some of the prophecies that's actually coming true. And for those of you guys who don't know that prophecies have already come true, I just made this video yesterday. Make sure to go ahead and check out this video in particular, because it's going to give you guys like the full information about all the prophecies that has now officially come true before we take the first step into Revelation after the Jews build the third temple. Now, Nick here updates us about the situation of red heifers, and it seems like the red heifers are going to be ready for sacrifice by September of 2025, which is the holidays of 2025, and it'll take about 42 months in order to complete the construction of the third holy temple. And 42 months means that the temple is going to be completed in the month of March or April of 2029. And what's interesting is that the person that's going to be supporting in order to build the third temple, which is America and President Trump, where it is also going to be the same month where Trump is going to be completing his second term as president at the White House, and that is also the perfect time when the new leader that's going to be supporting Israel is going to arrive. But it definitely seems like he could end up being Antichrist. The world is waiting for it, because whoever is going to be supporting Israel in this endeavor in order to build the temple is definitely going to be the one. So